Hey guys, it has been too long. For those of you who have not tuned in before, my name is Zaphod. This is the Comic Strip, a weekly video blog where I go through and I talk a little bit about what I've read for the week, things I'm excited for, etc. Usually involves a lot of hand flapping. Very minimal spoilers. I do try to keep this as spoiler-free as I can manage because I try not to ruin comics for people because that's so fun. Anyway, yeah, the holidays were crazy and there's some stuff, but I'm back, and I've got a lot of great comics to talk about today, so let's just get started, okay? First thing I'd like to talk about is Alex and Ada. As some of you know who have been tuning in, this is one of my favorite series coming out right now. I love the Luna Brothers, and this is getting to the point where it is almost over. There are only 3 issues after this, and this issue is incredibly, incredibly heart-wrenching, and it's just, it's amazing. Those of you who aren't checking this out, they do have the first paperback out. It will be collected before too terribly long. It'll be over in, 3-ish months or so, and then it'll be done. It discusses the issue of what happens when artificial intelligence becomes sentient, essentially, and the fear of the people and what the actualities of the situation are. It's a really good, really human story, I guess, in considering they're talking about robots, I know, but it's a very, very human story, and I really, really like what they're doing with it so far, and I really am looking forward to seeing what comes next. Then we have another one of my favorites, Sex Crimes. This series is fantastic. This is another great, great issue. This one in particular is called Alone Together. This is the last in the 2nd story arc. So they'll be taking a little bit of a break here, and if I'm not much mistaken, keep your eyes peeled for like an older looking Chip Zdarsky in the pages in here. I could be wrong, but I think he drew himself in there, and it charms me. Great stuff. And next up, this is a series I've been excited about for really, since I heard about it, I guess really long time is subjective. But I did pitch it before here, and it is finally here, all 60 pages of it. The Dying and the Dead, Jonathan Hickman and Ryan Bodenheim. This book, the value of this book. This is a $4.50 book, so $4.50, a very unusual price point in comics, but what you get for that is 60 pages, 60 of the most cinematic, badass pages in comics. This guy, Jonathan Hickman, he's a wizard. He keeps putting out amazing stories, and I keep waiting for him to have one that falls flat. And so far, of all of his creator-owned stuff I've been reading, it just doesn't happen. He just keeps putting out magic, and it's unfair, and it's ridiculous, and you're a fool if you're not reading this. Check this out, The Dying and the Dead. Pick it up in stores today. 60 pages, best value for your buck, in one of the most cinematic, really cool, awesome. You get so much story in this one issue, and if you aren't sold with this one issue, then I have no idea what to tell you, because this is amazing. Pick it up. Pick it up. You should buy this. Must read. I don't know what else I can tell you, so. Then we have up another fantastic issue of Batman. This Endgame storyline has just been killer, and oh my gosh, when you get to the last page, it'll just, such a crazy arc so far, so much insanity going up, and this is the most insane issue so far, and it's amazing. And there's a really, really awesome backup story from Tinian and Sam Keith. The backup stories in this Endgame have been kind of like different stories of the Joker's origin, and this one is another great one, and the Sam Keith's artwork is just fantastic on it, super, crazy and ridiculous, and it's just great. Then we have up issue 2 of They're Not Like Us. If I'm not much mistaken, I did miss reviewing issue 1 of this during my hiatus. So for those of you who have not jumped on board, this story is kind of about a group of kids who have extra normal powers. Some are telepathic, some are, have, just different things, and they have these powers, and they take these powers and they kind of play by their own rules. With these powers come great, not necessarily responsibility, but, great power to do things with your powers, and I think a lot of what will come from this story is seeing the negatives of using your power just for whatever you want. We haven't gotten to that point yet, but it's definitely, I imagine, coming, and it is great story so far. Eric Stevenson and Simon Gain doing this. Feel free to check it out. It is some pretty cool stuff. And And another number 2, which I may have missed reviewing the first issue of, is Bitch Planet, which is awesome! So this series is fantastic. It takes place in the future on a very different Earth than ours, where there is an off-planet prison planet, which is nicknamed Bitch Planet, where they send their hardened female criminals or the women that they just need to keep quiet. So this series is really cool. I'm really digging it. Currently, in the back of this issue, they talk about kind of their plans for the series, and ideally their goal is to run this for 30 issues. Obviously, if there is not the readership for it, it will cut short before that, but I'd like to see it get to those 30 issues. And every third issue is supposed to have a guest artist, and that every third issue will focus on a particular character, kind of going more into their backstory and stuff like that, which I think is a really cool concept, getting you, like, you get to have a good ensemble, and then every third issue you get to learn a little bit more about a particular character and their backstory, which I think is a really cool idea, and I'm looking forward to see how they pull that off the next issue. Then we have Death Vigil number 6. I think there's only 2 issues out after this one. Everything is coming to a head in this issue. There's some really crazy stuff going on. And if you guys are not familiar with Death Vigil, or the artist of Death Vigil, / writer, / letterer, / everything who does Death Vigil, Stjepan Sejic, I can never pronounce it. I should look that up one day. He is going to be the new artist on Rat Queens, so those of you who are picking up that series, check out his work. He does, oh my gosh, he does so much stuff. He has his series Death Vigil, he has Ravine, he has Sunstone, he has all the stuff that he does with his wife, all the stuff that he does with Top Cow. His work is everywhere. If you're interested to check it out, just, it's all over the place. Just ask somebody and they'll point you to something he does. He has really cool character expressions, and I'm really excited to see him take over that series. And that will be pretty nice, because it'll be pretty much when he's finished up with this series, so it'll be a good transition for that. Then last up today of what I've read, we have Gotham Academy, which is a really fun one. I really like this because it's a DC comic with a creator-owned feel, and I know that is the intention of it, and I really appreciate that they are taking and going in different directions and trying new things and trying, you know, maybe less mainstream artists, and I really appreciate what they're bringing to the table with that. And in this issue, we have Olive, our main character, who is looking into some of the secrets of the Academy, and there's a lot of fun stuff. It's a good book so far. I do recommend it. It's just a lot of fun. And then one I haven't read yet, but I'm really, really excited to see back in the catalog and back on my shelf, is Danger Club. For those of you, if this series looks not familiar at all, I'm not surprised. This series, I think, started coming out in 2012. I picked up the first few issues of it, and I really dug it, and then it was 6 months between issue 4 and 5, and I lost track of it and fell behind. And issue 5 came out in about a year ago, and today we have issue 6. So I just reread issue 1, I'm going to go back, dig through, I'm really excited to get back caught up again, and according to previews, this series should be fully wrapped in the next 3 or 4 months. We'll see if that happens. But for those of you who remember Danger Club and want to check it back out, it is coming. It did not die. It is back. Danger Club lives. Those of you who have no idea what I am ranting about, check out your local comic shop and see if they have this in their back issues. Danger Club, this series is about what happens when all of the world's superheroes they go away, and it's the protection of the planet is left to the sidekicks and the kids, and it doesn't always go so well, but I'm really excited to see this series come back. I'm really happy to see that it's not another one of those ones that fell by the wayside and just got forgotten, so yay, good stuff. My ultimate pick of the week for the best of what we have is The Dying and the Dead, issue 1. I know I said it, but if you weren't convinced when I said it the first time, maybe you will be the second time. This book needs to be bought by you, if you like good things. I can't tell you again. If you don't take my word on this, you may regret it, and then it'll be your own damn fault. So buy this. It's $4.50. It'll be some of the best $4.50 you've spent on comics. Read it. Okay, I'm done ranting for now. So yes, pardon my hiatus. Thank you all of you who are tuning back in. Those of you who have subscribed during my awayness, I appreciate it. And hopefully we'll have some new stuff from you. Some new stuff from me, not you. Maybe some comic spotlights, graphic novel spotlights. I'm excited to put out some new stuff here coming up. And stay tuned. Anyway, welcome back. Happy New Year. Happy 2015. Anything you guys are excited about? I personally am super stoked. Emerald City Comic Con's coming up in a couple months, and I got front row tickets to Night Vale coming up in April, so everything's coming up Millhouse. I'm excited, and I'm a little too excited, so I'm gonna go take care of stuff, and you guys have a good day. Thanks for watching.